This is the plaintiff, Rosemarie Williams. She says she was royally ripped off by the defendant, a rogue roofer. The guy bought double the materials he needed, secretly returned the unused stuff, and pocketed the money. She admits he did a good job on her roof, but she doesn't appreciate him trying to beat her out of her money. That's for sure. So she's suing for $2,000, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Ruben Diaz Jr. He says he did in fact return about 11 or 12 bundles of shingles he didn't need, but he used the money to buy other materials for the plaintiff's garage. He says he's done many roofs, and this is the first time someone has complained. In fact, he found this woman also sued a guy who did her siding and says she's just trying to get these jobs for free. He's accused of being sneaky.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff claims the defendant, a roofer, ripped her off the whole 9 yards. But he says he can account for every penny, and she's a habitual suer. It's the case of All About Eves.
Okay, Rosemarie Williams?
Yes.
You are suing Ruben Diaz Jr. for $2,000 for overcharging you on materials and for dishonesty.
Exactly.
What happened here?
I was introduced to Mr. Diaz from a friend of mine that remodeled my bathroom. By knowing the guy that remodeled my bathroom, he has recommended a plumber to me, he's recommended an electrician to me, and they are people who, if I have any problems as of this day, I trust and I use them if I have problems. That's how I met Mr. Diaz.
And Mr. Diaz was going to be doing what for your home?
He was going to tear off a roof on a single-car garage, drywall, and insulate my garage.
Okay.
And that's what I hired Mr. Diaz to do.
And you were going to pay him how much?
He said that for the material and labors, it would cost $3,156.
Okay. Do you have a contract?
I do.
May I see it?
Yes. Now, this was during the winter time. It was during the month of December. I was afraid my roof was going to cave in. It started leaking a little bit, and my
After
mom,
he did the work?
No, this was before. And Mr. Diaz said that he could do it within in the next week, and it wouldn't take him about a week to do it. I was grateful.
Okay.
I said,
so
okay.
did he do it?
Yeah.
Did he do a good job?
He did a wonderful job.
Why
on
am I
the
here?
Roof. Why are you here?
Yeah, what happened?
Dishonesty.
How?
When I called Home Depot and asked them for a copy of the material, here's 23 packs of shingles. I call, they say, oh, Mr. Diaz is down at the other counter. Okay, fax me the copy.
Where are you guys from, where your Home Depot would actually know the guy down at the... Rochester? It's that small?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
So they faxed it to me.
Yeah, I'm from a place where when you walk out of Home Depot, they frisk you. They do a body cavity search to make sure you're not stealing.
No, they do that after. Actually, they do it after.
Yeah, they do it in Rochester too? All right, go ahead.
So, the original...
So what is your premise? He returned 11 packets of shingles, 11 skids of... Bundles of shingles?
He ordered 34. It didn't take 34 to do my single car garage.
Okay.
It took 11 packs or 13 packs to do my single car garage.
Okay.
Where's the other shingles at? Where's my money? I go out to Home Depot after he's been doing the job and everything, and I ask him, can you show me any receipts or anything about this job? I go out there, they give me a receipt that he's returned so many packs of shingles. They show me...
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Why is Home Depot giving her receipts of your transaction?
That's another thing that
Did you ever speak to the people at Home Depot?
Yeah, I took care of that too. They wasn't supposed to do that.
Of course you're not supposed to do that.
And I explained it to him. I even talked to the head manager, and I ended up getting the guy fired from there. So
I'm not surprised. I don't understand. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what your response is to what she said.
Okay, now.
I haven't...
you have. Hold on. Go ahead.
I took pictures of the work that I did and everything.
Yeah, apparently it's impeccable. She loves the work.
I got a statement here from my girlfriend when she was present at times that I did give her the receipts for everything that I purchased or took back.
Why do you give her the receipts?
Because it came out of, see, that's the thing, it came out of her money. It was her money that she paid for the material, so I figured, okay, I get the receipts.
Okay, now I'm lost again. What do you mean it came out of her money, that's her money that she paid for the materials? I do not understand that.
Because the money that she gave me was for the labor and the material.
Of course.
So
right.
I went, paid for the material, and then I showed her a receipt saying that I paid for the
Why
receipt.
do you show her? I am so not getting you guys. Why do you show her a receipt? My friend, you have a contract. The contract is for labor and materials. That means that you sit down and you figure out what a fair price is. And she has a remedy. It's called capitalism. She could say, she can either take it or leave it. She could take your estimate. She could take one of the other 7 guys who quoted the job. But this is not a contract. Put your papers down and stop waving them. This is not a contract that separates materials from labor. So what happens is you assess the job and you decide, I think it's going to cost me this many and I think it's going to take me this many hours. If it turned out to take you twice as many hours and then he turned around and said, it's going to cost you more, it took me twice as many hours, would you be saying, oh, sure, how much more is it going to cost me? I got a checkbook right here. I'll do it. No, right? Because that's the gamble that you did when you signed a contract for X. How did X change? Because it turns out that he misgauged how many bundles he needed. That's your business. Whether you had too many bundles or too little bundles, that's your business. So I'm not even getting why you give her a receipt for the materials in a situation like this.
Right.
Because you're creating this problem by even doing that. Well, no, because it doesn't matter what you did, because apparently Home Depot couldn't wait to do this to one of their contractors.
So if this guy was able to get the job done for a lot less than the agreed upon price, can she pay less than she agreed to?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Even handshakes these days are based on integrity. So even though there's no black and white in place, I definitely believe that we need to keep that price in place.
Okay, so even though he's going to get a windfall, you're okay with her having to pay the full amount, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Tough luck for her?
Yeah, that's what they agreed on. They have to.
Okay, fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Why would you be entitled to 1 cent of what he returned? I'm going to assume that you returned 9 packets or 11 packets that you misgauge how many you need. Why would you be entitled to 1 cent of those returns, much less that, by the way, comes up to $700 according to you, and you want another $1,299.34 in dishonesty? Okay, why would you be entitled to 1 penny of it if you had a contract that called for 1 lump sum?
I would think that because if he ordered 34 packs of shingles, and if it had happened that there were 2 packs left, I would have took those back to Home Depot.
Oh, you wouldn't. You know what? You would have 0 rights to take them back to the Home Depot. When you pay a lump sum with materials and labor, you're paying a lump sum with materials and labor. It's his job to decide how many he needs, and if he misgauges it, the return should go in his pocket, because that's part of his lump sum contract. What right do you have to change what you agreed to pay? You agreed to pay $3,100 for whatever it took. You paid $3,100 for whatever, not even. She owes you money.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Will you explain to me the greatest, most mystifying part of this case, which is why you didn't file a counterclaim against her?
I didn't because, like I said, she know my best friend, and me and my best friend were close. So he was just like, look,
Yeah, how about after she sued you? Could you file a counterclaim against her then?
Turns out that she sued the siding people before that did the job on her house before. So
that's not true.
Well, maybe the siding people did a bad job. What I'm saying is, I don't get how in this case, once she files against you, you don't counterclaim against her.
No, I was going to, but by the time I got the letter, it was already almost time for me to go to court in downtown in Rochester. So then that's when your people called me and had me come over here. So.
And how much do you say she still owes you?
She owes me like a good $400 or $500 plus the work that I did, the other work that I did on top of that, which was just painting the inside of the garage, putting a piece of flash in.
Do you mind? So you just let that go?
Yeah, I let that go. I just,
okay.
I mean.
You do not have a right to any of the returned money. You do not have a right to gauge how much was spent in materials. You did not sign a contract that said X's materials and X's labor. You signed a contract where it was left up to him to figure out how much he needed in materials. If he had bought exactly 20 bundles, how many did you end up using? 25? Where would you be? If he had 25 bundles, you would be nowhere. You wouldn't have a lawsuit. So why, because he overestimated how many he needed and was cautious, would you now have magically the right to a lawsuit? No. Verdict for the defendant.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right, so the defendant has won this, and the plaintiff comes out of the courtroom. You understand the ruling here?
Not at all.
You signed a lump sum contract.
Well, she explained it that way, but if the garage would have been done and there were no shingles left, I guess we wouldn't have been here. He had enough shingles to do another job, and apparently that's what he did.
Well, he bought them. He can use them however he wants. You paid
It was my
a lump
money,
sum.
though. I paid for the material and the labor. That's the way that I see it. The other gentleman that I dealt with, if they overcharged something, they gave me the material back, the receipt, and I went and got my money back. Evidently, he didn't do things that way. But the judge has made her decision. It's fine. I just don't
Understand
see
it.
I don't.
All right, right
Thank
down
you.
this way. All right, come on in here. Do you understand the decision? I guess so. You're the one who formulated that contract.
Yep. I mean,
Right.
I was pleased with it. Judge made a good, honest decision. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
good.
this is a customer here. You may have lost a customer here.
That's
It's
all right.
word of
I
mouth
mean,
in your business.
I might have lost a customer, but hey, I'm not gonna let one ruin the whole bunch. You know.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, maybe it is a better idea to agree to a flat fee for labor and then agree to pay for whatever materials that are really needed.